It is Thursday, July 15th, 2010. Welcome to freetradingvideos.com D7 here. Breaking news today, Senate passes bank reform. The lawmakers approve a major overhaul of financial regulatory system. The vote went 60 to 39, just waiting the signature of the president. And jobless claims fall to a near 2-year low. And Philly Fed index slows again in July. So, a lot of economists watching for the largest tax hike in history taking place with some of the moves that are out there, and also the past president, President Bush, some of his tax cuts coming to an end or expiring, what that might do. We'll have to be watching that, but let's talk about the markets here. We have both I'll tell you, the Dow at one point today was down 3 digits. We're down over 100 points. Fought back, almost going into positive territory. S&P made it into positive territory. NASDAQ, not quite. Russell's kind of leading the pack to the downside or showing the most weakness. But here we are, S&P daily chart. We remain in this down channel trend, but check this out. We're starting to pop up over the high of it. See this? Coming up over that trend line. That's a pretty bullish move if you ask me. We are right now above that 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average, that red line coming here, is acting as support. However, we're still below the big 200 simple moving day average and also the 100, which should act as some nice resistance. If we come across, I want to show you another number here, 1103. 1103 acted as resistance right here. Coming across, so you can see where it gets hung up. Then we come across and you see where resistance, also at the 200 day, and then right here, resistance, we come across, that should act as resistance yet again. So it's really 1103 that I'm gunning on, but to be quite frank, right now, man, we've been making these highs and we've been tagging this 1100 last couple of days or getting near it. So 1100 is going to act as resistance. 1103 is going to be a big one. But gang, look at all this downside potential. It needs to stay above that trend line. If we do drop, we're going to get a crossover. At one point intraday, we had a nice negative tick here with a crossover. And technically speaking, on the MACD 5, 9, and 2 filter, we have a positive tick. It's a small one, but it's hanging in there. The question is, will we get a crossover? A big red candlestick would say yes to that. We'd have a 20-day moving average acting as support. I want to also go here and look at spiders. This is the ETF on the S&P 500 index, and this ETF, or exchange traded fund, is in this downtrend, trying to fight its way above that trend line and just starting to make it. But the 110 acting as nice resistance with a lot of downside potential. That trend line that we had drawn earlier, resistance, resistance, is what we tagged today, which acted as support. We also filled that gap, and I told you that gap yesterday. I said if that gap, that's going to be a support area. If that gap fills, you could see a bounce. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. It's not by coincidence that this line was tagged and that gap tag. That was a major, major point of support. But anyway, intraday, for the most part, the volume was lackluster until the latter part of the day. Volume comes flooring in. I'll tell you, the last half hour of the day had huge movement to the upside. Huge. So there you have it. Get the very best technical analysis here at freetradingvideos.com. D7 signing off. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.